Hi there, this is Julie with PhotoFabPaperFlowers, and thank you for watching. This video will instruct you how to make a large daisy, approximately 24 inches, using my large daisy template. You're going to set everything up according to the written instruction document provided with the purchase of this template. And you need 20 petals of petal number 11, which is 8 inches high. And then we need 12 centers. They're all cut at the same size. We also need a decagon. So I do provide that in case your machine's design space doesn't provide you this. You can hand cut the petals, however the center you would need to machine cut. So the decagon, you need a 6-inch base. I like to use a 4 and a 3, and I'll show you a couple different ways how you can do this. I show it in the written instructions and also here. And I like to mount my paper flowers on cake rounds. So it's just a cardboard cake round. It just gives it a nice sturdy background. So for our petals, we're going to style them all the same way. So I still have 4 here. You're going to take your color-coded dowel rod sets, and we're going to take our 1/2 inch, which is our pink one. And I'm just going to roll it to loosen up the fibers of the paper. And then I like to roll it in from each side, or you can just go all the way around to give it some shape. And we're going to do that with our second set of 2. So we have 20 petals, all the same size. And again, I just roll it. You can roll it in from either side or just do one long roll. Either or will work perfectly. And now to assemble your flowers, we're not actually going to cut up the center. We're just going to fold the bottom. So I fold the right side over the left. So I check it first to make sure it's okay. And then I'm going to add some glue right here on the left side. So I use hot glue, and then you fold it over, and then I just press it down. Okay, and we're going to do that again 3 more times to show you again how I assembled it. So we rolled it with our 1/2 inch diameter dowel rod, and now I'm just going to fold the left side in, again more at the bottom, the right side over top. Okay, I press down to make sure I'm even, and now I open it up and add glue on the left side. Okay, fold it on top, and then I press it from underneath. Okay, again, we're just going to fold in the left side first, fold in the right side. So there's a nice overlap, press it down, open it up, and we add glue on the left side here. Okay, again, fold it over, fold the right side over, make sure you're happy with the placement. Open it up, add a little bit of glue on the left side, fold it over, and we're going to press to make sure it adheres. So you're going to have a nice little loop, and we're stacking them. So you should have 10 and 10. Okay, so for my hexagon, before we glue it to the cardboard round, you can either measure in a 1/2 inch all the way around with your ruler and then another 1/2 inch in. And I have that noted in the instruction document. But what I like to do is either you can just glue them down or you can do your pencil lines. So it's completely up to you. And you can use different colors, it's fine. So that way you can see it. So once you know it's evenly here in the center, you can check your measurements. So if we know our placement, I just prefer to trace it completely around. And it may not be perfectly even, and that's okay. You then can trace your next one in the center, and this is a 1/2 inch in from all sides, so you can definitely just eyeball it. It's perfectly okay. But like I mentioned, you can just glue them all together. Use the base I provided, which already has the shape laid out, or you can measure it with your ruler. So now that we have our base set, I'm going to glue it to my cardboard round. So if you wanted to, you can use the back as cardboard and you won't see it, or you can do it white here. So I'm just going to add, now I'm just still using my mini glue gun to attach this. And it is a 6-inch cake cardboard round. And now I'm going to add another glue stick. So I like to use the 8-inch glue sticks. And now we just start adding our petals, our first layer. So I'm going to move my centers, some of them I have styled already, out of our way. Okay, so 10 petals per layer. So we're going to add some glue. Make sure my petals are glued. And we're just going to bring it right up to the edge of the pencil line. So you have a nice 1 inch of glue space that we can add. Okay, so you just add glue here on the bottom. We come up to the straight edge and come right into our pencil line and press. Okay, you're going to rotate to the left or counterclockwise. Okay, we add our glue. Again, we have about 1 inch of space. We go to the next straight edge and we come right up to our pencil line right in the center and press. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. Again, on the bottom of our petal here, we add our hot glue. Come up to the straight edge, right into the center of our pencil line. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. So it is only 2 layers of petals. Okay, rotate to the left or counterclockwise. Bring it in. And rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. So we're just going to continue adding these petals for layer 1. Add your glue. right into the next one and press. And we just keep rotating it around, following that shape of that hexagon. And rotate. So this is going to give you a 24-inch flower. Great for backdrops, wall decor, and it just screams summer and sunshine. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. We have our last two petals. Bring it right up to the pencil line and press. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. And then our last petal, right up to the pencil line and in the middle there. Okay. It's very hard to get it all on camera because she is a larger size. All right, so now all we're going to do is rotate it, and we're going to go in between the petals of layer 1 up to the corner of our second pencil line, which was a 1/2 inch in from our original. I'm going to take my stack of petals. So we add our glue lines, or add our glue. We're going to go right in between, right up to our pencil line and press. Okay, rotate to the left or counterclockwise. So this is Astro Bright's Bright White 8.5 by 11 paper. It can be purchased at your local Walmart or in a pack of 250 on Amazon. It's a beautiful white color. And we're just going to rotate it around. And we're going in between. So with the daisy, we're going to have a very large center. Okay, so place it in between the petals of layer 1 up to the corner of that second pencil line and press. Okay, rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. Okay, in between the petals of layer 1 up to our pencil line and press. So you can see how she's sitting. Okay, we're going to rotate it. So I'm looking here in between these two petals. Oops. I'm still just adding about 1 inch of glue right up to the pencil line and press. Okay, rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. Okay, bring it right up to the pencil line and press. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. Right in between up to the corner of your decagon. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. And you add about 1 inch of glue. In between layer 1's petals up to the corner here. And press. Rotate it to the left or counterclockwise. Okay, in between the petals of layer 1 up to the pencil line. Okay, rotate it left or counterclockwise. All right, now we have a pretty large center to fill, and we're going to do that with our center. So you can see what your center looks like. Okay, so we're just going to move that to the side here. So we have 12 centers. So for 3 of the centers, we're going to crease, meaning I'm going to press them down, crease the top, and we're going to glue it even, which means we're going to glue it exactly even to each other. Okay, so when I say we're going to crease it, you can either crease it right away or we can fold it over and then we can crease it. And now if you're cutting and some of them get ripped off, I let it go. I don't worry, it is a full center. So we're just going to add hot glue all the way across, rather quickly because the glue dries. Glue it even on the bottom. So it's meeting up end to end, top to bottom. I make sure my bottom is pressed so it's even. So now you have a loop, and now we want to crease it. So we're just going to flatten it out. And that's when I say crease is what I mean in your directions. Meaning it should be flat. And then for 9 of them, we're not going to crease it and we're going to glue it even. So again, we're going to follow that same technique. We're going to fold it over and glue it even. So if you're not comfortable gluing all the way across in one swoop, that's okay. Fold it over. And with it even on the bottom, just work your way across. And no crease. So you're going to have a nice fluffy loop. And I did that for all 9 of my other centers. Okay, so they're all ready to go. So we're going to start with our 3 creased centers. Okay, so I'm just going to start rolling them. Now you can start with a slotted quilling tool if you want, but I'm just going to start rolling manually. I'm going to add a little bit of glue, just be careful. Trying to keep that bottom edge aligned the best you can. Okay. And I'm going to keep adding glue as I roll because this is a large center. So by keeping it creased, it's going to have a nice condensed inner center. And then as we add the ones that are not creased, it's going to start to fluff out and fill out our flower center. I'm just going to continue wrapping around. And there you have layer 1. Layer 2, we're going to start. So if it opens up a little bit here, just add some glue. I'm sorry if the camera is moving. Try not to hit the table. And then we're going to attach it to where our last one ended, and you can overlap slightly. So I'm going to add some glue, and we want to add enough to make 1 rotation around. So watch your fingers. Go to where the last one ended, and you're going to attach and roll it along, keeping that bottom edge aligned. So we have 3 of them that we creased and glued evenly on the bottom. Now you can see like this one I had a ripped bottom, and that's okay. We're just going to secure it. And I wanted to show you that I still use these when they are messed up. I don't worry about it. So if we place this in our center, you can see we have a long way to go with our rolling. So we're just going to continue to roll. So again, we're going to go to where our last one ended. And here you can see these were ripped off at the end, and I'm not concerned. I'm going to, again, overlap it slightly, and we're going to wrap it around. Keeping the bottom edged aligned, meaning right at the bottom, they're all lined up. Okay. All right, there's our 3 that were creased. Now we're just going to continue to adding on, and these are the ones that we didn't crease. We glued them even at the bottom. Okay, meaning they're lined up and you have a nice loop. So again, we just go to where the last one ended, and we're going to wrap it around. So now you're going to start to see it's going to get a lot fuller. And you're keeping it bottom or even at the bottom as you wrap around. Okay. And we secure the end. I kind of hold the petals up so they don't get tangled. Probably the hardest part. So now you can start to see, whoops, that it's going to start opening up. And we're just going to continue to add all 9 of these. Just go to where you ended. You can overlap slightly. And keeping the bottom edged aligned. So if anything starts to come unglued, you just continue adding more glue. Oops. Okay. So again, if you pull it back, you're going to see it's still not covering our center. So again, we have quite a ways to go here with our rolling. Go to where the last one ended, attach it, and just keep rolling around. The easiest is trying to hold these up, keeping your bottom edged aligned. It's probably the hardest part As you can see, mine did go up a little bit. I didn't keep it completely even. So we're going to try and work our way back down. Okay, grab your next one. Just realized I started from the wrong end. I rolled towards myself. Be careful, the hot glue burns. Okay, again, we're just going to continue adding our centers. I do have some glue in my fingers, so. All right, and we're going to attach our next one. I'm just going to make sure my end is secure. Go to where your last center ended. And we just keep wrapping. Wrapping and gluing. Okay, again, if you place it in the center, you're going to see we still have gaps around the center. So we want it super duper full center. So we just start, I glue from the left side towards the right. Hold your petals up. Go to where the last one ended. And then just start wrapping it around. It does get a little difficult. Just beware, watch with your glue. The petals are going to start to lay flatter out, which is what we want. We want to hide where we glued our petals down. Okay, and again, take your next one. So you can see we have 3 more. Go to where we stopped our last one. We attach it. And then we start rolling right around the base. You can see it's really getting nice and full. Now I have a broken one, so I'm just going to rip that off. And that's how you handle those. And we have two more. Just trying to see if this one looks a little bit of a different color. So I'm going to where my last one ended. Attaching it. And the hardest part is keeping your petals out of the glue. Whoops, sorry. It's when I hit the table when I do that. So using your fingers, I try and hold them. So they're laying pretty flat. Oops, I have another broken one. So this one looks to be a different color, so I'm just going to replace that one. So if that happens, it's all good. Again, we're going to add our glue across. Now I ran out of glue, so we're going to glue them even and not crease. So again, mine looked to be a different color, so that's why I'm changing. Attaching another center. So again, we start with our glue. Go to where the last center ended. Attach it even at the bottom. And I'm going to try and hold those petals up as I wrap around. Now for the last part, when we glue our center into our flower, you can use your larger glue guns. I usually just use my mini glue gun because that's what I work with the majority of the time. Okay. And that's what it ends up looking on the back. Sorry for the shaking of the table. Now you can fluff it out a little bit. And she's going to fit right in the center there for your gorgeous, gorgeous daisy. Really, the hardest part will be getting it in the center. So add a lot of glue. Definitely be easier with your larger glue gun, but again, I just keep my smaller one plugged in, so we make it work. I'm gonna glue it right in there. And there you have approximately 24-inch daisy. So you can add it to your backdrops, wall decor, and she is stunningly beautiful. And just 2 layers of 10 petals. So thank you for watching, and I hope I inspire you to make a large paper flower today.